Good morning. Hi, my name is Thomas Henning. We're talking here today with Etson Caminha, who is an artist from Timor-Leste. The film we're just watching is a film Etson made a few years ago with a friend, Chris Phillips. The concept is Etson's. It kind of represents where a lot of his work comes from. It's like the structure of the music making, mixing natural materials with traditional instruments, trash and electronic instruments, and blending different art forms together to create one artwork. So I kind of want to start by asking about what's in the film.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Etson Caminha. I'm from East Timor. It's great to be here at APT, QAGOMA, and I want to explain a bit about the concept itself through the videos. The time where we do that video, one of my friend, Alex, are here. In that time, the concept will try to go on the stage, but then Mo Alex said there is a friend, Chris Phillips, are here. Why don't you just make some videos of it and trying to collaborate with some other artists? And I'm like, yeah. So the time where I trying to invite a friend to come and join the collaboration. The music itself is about really revolutionary songs were against the colonialism. So we're trying to see the people, a friend who come and join us. The artist itself has the things where he can express about something that you really feel about your country and your nationalism about your country itself. So no one teach anyone to act like an artist, but it just really naturally they saw what they really feel about their country and also some situation that's already happened in the past. We see in that video, it has a variation of artists and also the concept. We collect the trust and also that's the time where I collect the buffalo head, the buffalo skull as my main instrument currently. So I really appreciate it. I adore that things were brought me to the place where I never been, which means I really back to the nature and collected that things were to collect something from the nature itself to create in a sound from the nature. So we see that video. There is a three generation. The end of that video, we see the kids and the adult and the grandmother. So through that video where we watching the flags in a river, which means it's really strong message for everyone, anywhere. We know that we build a country, we found a country. Sometimes it's really difficult. You have no idea. Sometimes you really think about to do right things, but sometimes it's happened like it's always happened like capitalism or corruption or everything just mixed. And Um,
Like, oh. It's like, so the film is coming from like a reflection of identity, of collective identity in a way, and it's about drawing the artists into expressing that.
yes, yes.
And it's about intergenerational connection.
Yeah. The responsibility from the grandma that we saw in the video, they will, it's not long enough, like their time is just short. So there is some message they already gave to us. So we have to carry it. We have to carry on to build a nation and to bring something that's good enough, help the young generation start to think about their own nation. So that's how the videos and the songs about. And yeah, everyone has their own expression when we saw that video. So we mixed visual art, theater, poem, yeah, musician and singer. And some of them are act like an artist, but actually not. Yeah.
I wanna talk about like the music, how you get to the how you end up playing rocks and traditional instruments, and what brings that combination together. Why do you end up with like natural materials and
Yes. I've been involved, start playing the music in 2000, 2001, 2000, yeah, 2000, 2001, with my band Galaxy that I still playing till now. I play bass guitar on that band. But then also, it's not the only thing that I do in a band. Because in a music, the way how I think is, it took a long time to think back to the nature after 10 years, more than 10 years of involved in that music scene. So when I realized that I need to go back and I need to come back to that nature because the nature is really original. It's not even modified by the human. And that's the true sounds that you can find anywhere. So it's not really competing like which is the best or to collect the really good instrument that you can buy for more than 2,000, 3,000. But if I can find something that has a sound, no matter, there is no priceless, but it has originality, and why don't we use that as something that you might love to do? And for somehow you can really spend much more money for that. You can just collect them and talk with them, has a connection with them, and the first thing is you can really feel something about them, you know. That's the nature. The process when I get to that things is took me so long time. I met one of the greatest artists back home in Delhi. His name is Nelson Turkel. The first time he came to Timorese, the place where we lived there for, yeah, I think it's more than 10 years. Yeah,
just quickly, like
12.
in the film, the start of the film where Etson's walking around, there's like broken cars and there's like artworks all around. That's Timorese. So this was like a large art university, like a free university. That there was a residence of about 20, which started there in about 2002. It started, yeah, that's Timorese. No. So yeah, this whole space, and it also included like a large music area. There was a section run by the theater collective. So I'm going to rewind really quickly. Yeah, cool. So Edson's playing in a band called Galaxy. In early 2002, they're touring around the whole of Timor together with the theatre company Bibi Bulak, all of which were residents in Timorese. And as Etson just saying, he went from playing in this electronic band to deciding there's no guitar solos in nature, so I'm going there, which it's a weird switch. So I just want to ask about that music movement alongside the theatre, in that early period of independence. And what is that? Like, what is...
Back to the...
Yeah. To start kind of as Galaxy begins, what's the music influences and what does it feel like to be traveling with that? As an electronic band,
Yeah. When we joined the Galaxy, we have nothing, just any kind of like nothing, from zero. But there is one hero between us, in the middle of us. There is Osme that brought us to Dili and trying to find a place where we are now. So when we joined the Galaxy, there is the one point that I really, it's really strong for me and I can really feel about Galaxy in my life is, it's not the same as the other band where it's just trying to get to the fame. That's the only things where maybe the other bands thought. But in that time, Galaxy, they have more power on their words, the lyrics of that songs that has criticized the government, and also they encourage the youth, the people, how to think about the country itself. Early, 2002, 2003, we already think about that. And we have that type of things make us strong. And we did touring around Timor. I think, we have 13 municipalities. So all over the municipality, we all go there with a bus, with all Galaxy and theater group. So we spread the message about violence against the woman, and something that's really built, the positive things where you can get to build the nation itself. And
So like music early on is nation building. It is a political instrument. It's a political expression, or it's a way of bringing change to society. So we come back to the film, which is kind of about that. Is it talking about how we change society through art, how we bring this change?
Yes.
And so then you're living in Timorese with the theater, with the band, and Nelson Torkel shows up, and he's like, "Hey, here's this thing about nature."
Yeah, when after all, when Mount Nelson Turkel came to Timorese, it's really changed like totally of my thinking of the musical instrument, and also it's really let me think of what I'm going to do in the future with my band or with my personality. So in that time, they came and saw us about how to play the recycled materials. And the first time I was like, no, I'm in a good band and I'm in a, I play well. I play bass in a band, so I was thinking about it, but man, after all, because he gave us as a homework, so tomorrow, if you can trying to find a different sound in a one object of materials. And I'm like, okay. Then we're trying to find out. finally, in a shape of jerrycan, we found 5 different sounds. And in that time, we played together, and I'm like, okay, that's another thing. It's already something. And yeah, times fly, time is going on. And in the other hand, in the other time, we trying to combine the traditional instrument with the band Galaxy. And it really works well. The instrument that we include in that band is kakate and also lakado. And after all, took me long time, after more than 10 years, and I realized that I already play recycled materials, I already play traditional instrument. So overall, I was thinking that why don't I decide to back to the roots, that anything came from that nature. So now I really feel that the nature is on me, the music is on me, the sound is on me, because anywhere I can play a music. So it's privileged to still alive here, but my mistake maybe one day we will not play everything before we die. So what can I do?
So it's like it kind of, your musical palette kind of evolves into being natural materials, like everything is an instrument mixed with traditional instruments and electronic music. It's because the Galaxy background and then the Nelson Torkel, and then that's spilling into this palette. And then that starts being something that you're composing for other people in a way, like you're building larger and larger things. When does it start becoming like theatrical, like adding poetry and adding theater? Is this from the touring with Bibi Bullock or the...
Yeah, it's a good question. I found all the ideas because we already start some of the things where we do collaboration with poem and musician and theater. It's really the group that we had. We've been together like with a group. It's called Dokurai. Bang Alec is the producer, and Thomas as actor. No.
Yeah, really.
Script writer. Yeah, somehow. Yeah. And we had a big tour around Australia. We had play in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Darwin and etc.
Adelaide,
Melbourne, Sydney. Yeah. So it's really inspired me when I joined that group. I'm like, it's just only a musician that can do my job in a group where we call Dokurai, and I had no experience for the acting as an actor like Thomas or Mo Alex, but they and they also want me to act for like 1 or 2 minutes because I'm a shy man, and I just focus on the drums when that project is run. So yeah, it's really inspired me when we got back to Dili. I already think about maybe one day we should do something together with the local artist, or can be a foreigner, or can be anyone that has a bit of talent or even nothing. We might try, because everyone has like their own style, and also if we're talking about the music, everyone has their own sounds. So everyone can do something because it already has a sound anywhere. Yeah.
It makes sense. So then from Dockeray, you've come back to Dili. There's like starting to make kind of shows. That's a picture from Dockeray. That was like in Atora, which is this quite small island off Dili. And we lived there for about 6 weeks building this show. And then it starts to evolve into like Sanak Naksul Ran, which was a collective multidisciplinary art project that Etson led, which has kind of evolved into Noise a bit, Noise is the first ever experimental music movement to occur in Timor, which Etson initiated in 2018, the start of 2018.
Yeah, when the music, the experimental sounds, it's born in 2018, because I was in Indonesia in 2017 for 6 months, and when I come back from there, one of my friend, he's a really good friend as my brother as well. His name is Johan York from USA. And we sit together because we play improvising songs together for a while. And we already know that we're going to start something new there in Timor. So we decided to have a noise event, a first time in Timor at Thomas's place.
It's because we had a coffin. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because there was a coffin in our house and Etson wanted to play the coffin.
Yeah.
So it's like it was built around the instrument, you know. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, in that time, it's really, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's really new for Timorese, you know, and it's new for me to just play the coffin with the candles around, and some of them they have to walk out from the room because they've been like scared.
They're fearing they're going to get cursed.
Yeah.
Because like the symbol of death in the house means that someone in that house is going to die.
Yeah.
So it's like, terrifying for the audience.
Yeah, terrifying. And it's really, it's a good experience for me too. And we start like to build the connection with some other friends where include them in the project. It's called Noise. So everyone has their own responsibility or their job to do as installation for lighting and projection. Also some other stuff where
performance some of the time. Like there's a few like experimental performance where it starts to happen. Yeah. Which was really uncommon in Timor at that time. Like
Oh, it's in Melbourne.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we? Noise. Yeah, so Noise starts being a thing. This means that every month Noise does an event, and that means building stages. And so all shows are inside of a visual artwork. So can I just rewind really randomly? So you're living in Timorese with the band Galaxy, and then you start doing visual art while you're there. Why? What went on? So this is like early. This is like 2002. We're back in 2002. And Etson is inside Timorese, and it's a visual art place.
How I become an artist as a visual artist at Timorese? Normally, every student, you have to go there, like learn about 6 months, and after that they will give paint for you to paint after 3 months, and they will decide maybe you should stay there or no. It's depend on the artist that decide where you to go. But then, for my side, it's when I involve in art Timorese, I'm a bit illegally because I'm not following the normal step, yeah, on that school. Yeah, because I already know one of my friend. He's good on drink. Who's good on smoke. So we all join as drunker, maybe we should say that, because we love to drink wine. We love to drink alcohol. Yeah, right. In that time. So in one day, one of my friends called Tony. He gave me a piece of canvas, and he said, "Let's do something." And I'm like, "Okay, then." When I finished the two canvas, and he took the canvas, the painting to Maestro Luca, and Maestro said, "It should go to Switzerland. We should bring the painting because at the time." Some of my friends, they will go to Switzerland to do exhibition. So it's a right time for my friend Tony to bring the painting maybe just to promote, a self-promotion, something like that. And finally, in that time, they already know that actually I do some drawing and painting. So that's the time where my friend said, "Okay, you can join us as art Timorese." But then I've got no experience, like I do a big painting, so it's trying with a small one. So after that, they decide that I can be a senior student, and after all, they decided for me to stay there as an artist. So yeah, that's all. That's all my experience.